How you doing, Real Motivation? Terrence McKinney back with a new video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about self-discipline. I'm going to give you 9 ways you can improve your self-discipline. Self-discipline is the ability to control one's feelings to overcome a weakness. And we all can work on our self-discipline because that's an area where probably that's going to be under construction for the rest of our life. So let's get right into it. Number 1, remove temptations. I think this may be the biggest one. That's why I put it as number 1. Remove temptations. If we want to work on our self-discipline, we gotta remove the temptations out of our life. The stuff that we can easily take care of that's distracting us. For instance, maybe I wanna quit playing the game so much because I'm not getting enough done. I'm playing Call of Duty too much, or I'm playing 2K or Madden too much, and it's distracting me away from my work and all my projects I got going on at home. All right. The best thing for me to do is to remove that temptation. So I can either take that Xbox to GameStop, I can sell that Xbox on eBay or Craigslist or Amazon, or I can even get that Xbox away. And that way I'm just removing the temptation out of my life. I'm going to give you a real example now, another example. And this is a true example. For the last year or 2 years, I was trying to get off of social media. I was finding myself too distracted on social media, spending too much time worrying about stuff that ain't got nothing to do with me. So at first I tried to limit my time on there. So I went on the iPhone and I put a 5-minute a day timer on there. So anytime I was on Facebook for longer than 5 minutes, I get it for notification and it'll block the page. But what I found myself doing, it was just too easy for me to say, remind me in 15 more minutes, and remind me in another 15 more minutes. And in reality, it wasn't doing me no good. So what I wind up doing, and I had the best results in, is I just deleted the app. I just took the app off my phone. So now I wasn't getting the notifications that it was such and such birthday. I wasn't getting the emails saying somebody wants to be my friend, or I wasn't getting text messages saying such and such posted and they ain't posted in a while. I removed all of that. And so now I wasn't even getting the temptations to go on to Facebook at all. And so that was my way of dealing with social media. So if you got any temptations or anything out there inside your life that's distracting you from hitting your goals and everything else, you got to distance yourself the best way you can. And sometimes the only way is to remove them, period, and to keep it moving. Number 2, prioritize. When you're working on your self-discipline, you got to learn how to prioritize. And what I mean by that is, you got to learn what's important to you, and you got to make sure that you're getting the important shit done first. You got to make sure that you're taking care of the big shit in your life. So every day when you wake up, you need to write down the 3 most important things of the day that you need to accomplish that's going to benefit your life or your future somehow. And you need to make sure those are the first 3 things you tackle and you take care of, because when you prioritizing, you putting yourself first, because you put everything in your life that needs to be taken care of first. So that's a good way to stay on track. And because sometimes we get sidetracked. We know we got a lot of stuff going on, and we may have something big going on in our life, but we were so worried about these little things that by the time we get to that big thing, we ain't giving it the time or the energy that it actually need, or we wind up not getting to that big thing because we done got sidetracked and distracted by so many small things going on. So learn how to prioritize your life and take care of the most important stuff to you every single day. Number 3, don't make excuses. When we drop the ball and we don't hit our goals and we don't do what we're supposed to do, we can't give ourselves an excuse. We can't give ourselves an out. We got to be honest with ourselves, because at the end of the day, we working on ourselves, and so we trying to improve our own lives. And if we giving ourselves outs and we making excuses, then we ain't gonna never get nowhere. And the only person we gonna be lying to is ourselves. So when you drop the ball and you don't take care of something, then you just gotta own it, and you gotta be honest about it. And you gotta realize, you gotta try to figure out why that happened. So maybe you prevent yourself from that happening again. Maybe like I was late somewhere and I'm making excuses like, damn, fucking traffic, or all these red lights. No, in reality, I can think about it like, man, I should have got up a half an hour earlier. I should have left 15 minutes out of the house earlier. You come up with a solution instead of an excuse. Excuse is not going to get you nowhere, so don't give yourself excuses. Number 4, start small. When you're working on self-discipline, and you might just have an epiphany where you feel like you got to change 100 things in your life. You want to go to the gym. You want to start getting up early. You want to start eating healthy. You want to start reading more. You want to start doing cardio and running more. And you want to run 5 miles, but you can't just start off like that. You got to start small. You got to pick one thing in one area, and you got to start working towards that. Maybe if I want to run 5 miles, ain't no way I'm gonna start out running 5 miles. If I start off trying to run 5 miles a day, I'm gonna get through that about 2 or 3 days, if that, and then I'll never run again, because guess what? I'm gonna be done. I'm gonna feel like it's killing myself and it's not worth it. So before you start off on 5 miles, maybe see if you can run 1 mile and work your way up to 5 miles, or if you're trying to change all these things in your life, maybe you want to just work on getting up early first before you start getting up early, working out, reading, and everything else. But you got to start small. I know it's a saying out there. The only way to eat an elephant is to start is one bite at a time. So you got to start small and work your way up. Number 5, stay motivated. You got to stay motivated. Whatever you're doing, you got to stay motivated. And sometimes our motivation is up here, and sometimes our motivation is down here. How are we going to stay motivated? We got to think about the minute we started to do something, how we felt at exact time. When our feelings is down here and we ain't feeling motivated, we got to go back to the initial feeling that we had. We got to think about that day, that whatever initiated us to start whatever we doing. We got to get that feeling back. We got to be around people that's motivated. We got to listen to maybe you want to listen to a motivational speaker or some motivational videos. Whatever it is, you got to stay motivated, because if you ain't motivated, you never going to make it through. And it got to be something you really want to do if you really going to stay motivated. So just always go, when your motivation is low, think about the reason why you first decided to do something. And think about that day and that feeling you had, and try to regain that motivation. Number 6, goals. And I know I'll talk about goals in a couple different videos, but today I'm saying put your goals somewhere where you can see them every day. Don't have your goals folded up in a piece of paper in your wallet that you know that you're going to forget what you wrote on there 6 months from now. Or don't have your goals in a notebook that you wrote at the beginning of the year that you ain't going to open up to the beginning of the next year. Put your goals somewhere where you can see them every single day. And so every single day you get a clear snapshot of what you need to be focused on. I got my goals on my phone, and I got a reminder on my phone, and my reminder goes off 3 times a day. And it reminds me of my goals. It reminds me in the morning, it reminds me in the afternoon, and it reminds me right before I go to sleep, just so I can always have a snapshot of what I need to be focused on. And sometimes when I get that text message, I'll be doing something distracting, and I get that text message, and I get right back focused, and it takes me right back to where I need to be at. So you got to be aware of your goals at all times, and the more you see them, and the more you look at them, and the more you visualize your goals, the more on point that you're going to reach those goals. Number 7, you got a budget. Maybe your self-discipline is because you got a bad money habit, and you get your check and it's gone the next day, and you can't control your spending habits. You can't stay off the website shopping, and you can't stop doing this. Well, learn how to budget your money. Know where your money going before you get it. Know how many bills you got to pay. Know any recreational things you want to do this week. Know anything you got to do inside the house. Maybe you got to take care of this for your daughter, or take care of this for your son, or maybe you want to take your wife or your husband out. Budget your money. Know where your money is going before you get your check. And say if you got a $250 limit and you at $220, then you know that you only got $30 left to spend for this week or this 2 weeks or however long your budget is. But budget your money is a great way to know where your money is going. You should keep track of every penny in your bank account and know where it's going. So a budget is a good way to get your financial self-discipline in order. Number 8, measure your progress. Measuring your progress is a great way to figure out, where you at and where you going. When you measure your progress, you're gonna know either you improving or you declining. Say your goal a month is to go to the gym 12 to 15 times a month. If you're not keeping track, then how you gonna know? How you gonna know if you went 10 times this month versus if you went 12 to 15 times this month if you mentally ain't keeping track? But when you measuring your progress, you know exactly where you at all times. You know, like, oh shit, man, uh, it's only a week left, man. I'm 3 days away from hitting my goal from the gym. So now this week I gotta go every other day. Or it could be you could be measuring your goal month by month, and you could be like, okay, man, I went 13 times that month. I went 14 down that month. I went 15 times that month. I'm getting better and better and better and better every month. You can measure that. You can see that. And if it was going the opposite way, you still can see that. But measure your progress when you're working towards any goal. Number 9, reward yourself. Reward yourself is a great way to improve on your self-discipline, because a lot of times we feel like, you know, anytime we're working on ourselves and anytime we do something outside of what we're working on, we start to feel bad. You know, I always do that. Like anytime, like I'm so money conscientious, I try to do nothing but good stuff with my money. I try to buy stocks. I try to invest. I just try to see it, put my money places to where it's working for itself. And the minute that I go buy a pair of Air Jordans or I go buy a nice outfit, I be feeling bad. And really, there's no reason why I should be feeling bad, because I done met my goals and I done saved up money and I done did everything I said I was gonna do. Now it's kind of treat myself a little bit, and we all gotta feel like that. I know a lot. We all feel like that. I know a lot of people go to the gym and they be on their strict diet and their strict regimen, and then you know they do good for so long, and then it's just human nature to break down and want to do something different, and then they will have one bad cheat day, and then they'll be feeling bad and they'll be beating themselves down. No. Reward yourself. Don't even call it a cheat day. Just reward yourself like, I deserve this. You know, I worked out for 2 months straight. I haven't had any sugar, no ice cream or nothing. I deserve ice cream. I'm down 15 pounds. I'm going to eat this ice cream and I'm going to eat another one for 2 months. But reward yourself in the process. That way, it keep the momentum going and it keep your spirits up and it keep you in a good place. So let's recap the 9 ways that you can improve on your self-discipline. Number 1, remove temptations. Number 2, prioritize. Number 3, don't make excuses. Number 4, start small. Number 5, stay motivated. Number 6, put your goals in view where you can see them every single day. Number 7, budget your money. Number 8, measure progress. And number 9, reward yourself.